The dog suddenly crawled under the girl's skirt, which made the owner meet the girl he had a crush on. Ethan finally had his first date, and soon they fell in love. Ethan thought they were fighting over food, so he wanted to join in too.
Hiding something in her mouth.
They thought they would live happily ever after. That night a jealous classmate wanted to take revenge on Ethan, but accidentally started a fire. Bailey immediately rushed in and woke Ethan up. Ethan got them safely downstairs, but he had no more time, so he jumped and broke his leg. They moved to his grandpa's house, and his football career came to a complete end. Ethan stayed in his room every day, so Bailey had no choice but to play with the pony. Feeling insecure, Ethan broke up with Hannah. Bailey couldn't understand why two people in love would separate. 3 months later Ethan was accepted into an agricultural college, but when Ethan started his car, Bailey still ran after him. He used all his strength, and finally caught up with Ethan.
I like this new version of Fetch.
Crazy, you know that, boss dog?
After a short moment of affection, they still had to part ways. From then on Bailey was no longer lively, and a month later he even stopped eating. It turned out Bailey's life was coming to an end. Ethan finally rushed back, but Bailey no longer had the strength to get up, and passed away peacefully in Ethan's arms. His soul was reborn, but this time he became a stray dog, until he smelled a familiar scent. Following the smell he arrived at the familiar wheat field, and excitedly ran toward the farm. He saw his playmate the pony, and also his beloved Ethan.
It's me!
But Ethan didn't recognize him. Bailey once again felt Ethan's love, but Bailey knew Ethan was lonely, so he followed the scent in his memory and found Hannah. Hannah was shocked when she saw his dog tag. Hannah brought Bailey home, and they met again after 20 years, but their love hadn't faded. Finally Ethan resolved his lifelong regret, but Bailey still had one wish. He wanted Ethan to know his identity, so he went to the barn and found the old football, then kept pestering Ethan to play with him, but Ethan still didn't think much of it. But when they performed their special move together, Ethan finally lost his composure. He had already begun to suspect, until he said Bailey's name, and Bailey spun around in circles. Ethan finally recognized Bailey. Bailey had lived several lives with different owners, but he never forgot his mission. In a fast-paced and materialistic era, dogs always help us forget our troubles, and feel pure love. Would you like such an adorable dog?